So, time to visit the Ascalon Club. It's locked.
Well, it's locked.
The West End. Never have I felt so sad to be back home.
Ow!
I cannot enter.
Okay.
The Ascalon Club. The heart of British vampire society. Not quite as subtle as I expected.
No.
Good evening, miss.
Oh my god, no. Please, Mr. Vampire, don't kill me. Please, no. I'm too young to die. I still have so much to offer this world.
Wait, no. Why do you think I would... What?
Don't worry, Dr. Reed. I know you wouldn't harm me. Mother told me you were in this part of town and might drop by.
Your mother?
My name is Charlotte, sir. Charlotte Ashbury. My mother taught me long ago how to recognize the signs that betray a vampire.
I understand she also taught you how to tease and gently mock innocent young Econs. It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Charlotte. What do you think about this part of town? Is there something that's bothering you?
Too much selfishness and individualism for my taste. Even when there was no epidemic.
Even if that's partly true, may I remind you that many charitable institutions are financed by the selfish and filthy rich.
I suppose you're right. But society must reform and renew itself, or...
Yes, I was born a few streets away.
A small world, is it not? Did you ever imagine that my mother was your neighbor all that time? That you could have met her in a dark alley at night?
You won't trick me twice, young lady. We both know Lady Ashbury never hunts or attacks prey at random.
Come on, Doctor. Don't tell me you never thought about that possibility. Her fangs on your neck. Oh, are you blushing, Dr. Reed?
Do you need...
I am fine.
What do you think?
I was...
Tell me about...
What do you want to know?
How did you...
First,
Did you...
the correct...
Who...
Elizabeth...
Do you...
I still...
What are you doing?
You mean, what do I do outside at night, since I am a woman? Let me ask you a question, sir. Would you ask the same question of a man?
Actually, yes. I ask the same question to everyone who dares to go outside at night, considering the risks.
Well, if you must know, I campaign for the right to vote for all women. Why should I wait to the age of 30 years when men can vote at 21?
Are you a suffragette, then? Oh, you really are Elizabeth's girl. Without a doubt.
All adult women have the right to vote in the US, in New Zealand, and in Australia. But women here can't vote unless they are property owners.
No need to convince me, Miss Charlotte. I have shared your opinion for a long time. Even before I met Emmeline Pankhurst.
Really? Oh. Now I see why my mother appreciates you so much. Too bad there aren't more men like you in the vicinity.
How are the locals reacting to your claims?
People here can't wait for a wall to...
Explosives are...
She is my best...
Have you any reason?
Recently, Emma...
Let me guess.
Oh, that would be top-notch.
What exactly...
Your name...
Does it not...
Why should it?
Yes, you should. I killed my own sister because of the hunger. There comes a time when a mortal is only seen as blood by a vampire. Whatever the bonds between them.
You can't be wait. Good one, Dr. Reed. You almost got me.
Glad you found it amusing. But do keep my warning in mind. Do you know why Lady Ashbury chose you to become her daughter?
No, I don't. Each time I ask her that question, she smiles and says it's precisely because I dare to ask such questions.
Do you ever regret that she chose you?
Of course not. Though I often wonder if she adopted others before me. If so, where are they buried? How was it for them to pass through life with a never-aging mother?
Goodbye, Charlotte.
She's been quite busy these last...
I understand
Good evening, sir. Please forgive me for disturbing you. I'm a doctor.
I never judge a man by his title, but by his attitude. And you are not disturbing me at all. I am Calhoun Russell, and I welcome you.
Well, I must admit it's good to receive a warm welcome for once. I'm Jonathan Reed.
Welcome, Dr. Reed. Welcome to my humble shop.
How is the situation in this part of town?
Life is good and peaceful. We're lucky to live in such an era of progress and wonders.
Are you not concerned about the epidemic?
Oh, I'm sure the authorities would take the appropriate measure if the danger were that high.
I'm afraid the newspapers are seriously underestimating the situation. Things are critical, believe me.
Well, that's news then. But I can't believe that things are that bad. Are you sure you're not
What can you tell me about this place?
I recently found the best steak and kidney pie in the city. I'd be glad to share the address if you want.
Finding a good restaurant? Is that really all that
Oh,
I must confess.
Really?
Is it not a little too...
On the contrary.
So you prefer...
Oh,
But what about...
please, sir.
Do you have any family nearby?
Not since my parents died. I'm London's lone gourmet.
London's Lone Gourmet? What a strange title.
I used that name in my early years when I was a food critic, and I kept it.
Really? But you seem to be such a pleasant and social...
I'm afraid the real hedonist has to be sometimes.
Do you need medical...
There is no need...
I may have a look at your goods.
Women of all countries unite!
Remember,
Women's right
don't
to
let
vote
any
is
stray...
only the first step!
Good evening, sir.
Come on, Johnny. Don't you recognize your oldest friend?
Clarence. Clarence Crossley. How are you? My God. So you survived the war too. So sorry I didn't recognize you at first.
I almost didn't recognize you either. War does that to men, I heard. In my case, it was true, for I witnessed the horror that lies underneath.
How is your wife, Venus?
We've spent so much time away from each other, and so many things have happened.
Nope, can't jump. No! No! Ugh.
Good evening.
What?
How
We've spent...
is everything?
Have you forgotten?
But you're alive. You returned in one piece and you have a family. How many soldiers can say the same?
Believe me, it's not quite that simple. Unlike you, I'm not the man I used to be.
No, get that. Not again. Do I lose anything when I do it? No.
Good evening, old chap. Are you all right?
I won't.
How is... But
Believe.
when did you escape the war and return to London?
You know what's funny? I almost never think about the war. Not anymore. I'm involved in another kind of battle now.
What is this new battle?
I saw terrible things during the war. Horrors I thought I'd forget. They're here too. They're everywhere. Vampires.
Vampires?
I know what you mean. I haven't had much time to think about the war either since my return.
Of course. The epidemic, I bet you've been busy as well. Forgive me, Johnny, I didn't want to sound selfish.
You need some rest, Clarence. You should try to... Good evening. Do you need...
It's a little late.
What can I say?
I hope we're talking about the same habit.
You need some rest. Good evening, miss. Can I help you? I'm a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
I am Karina Billow. I don't need any doctor. The rats. Where are the rats?
Miss, you don't seem...
No, it's me who
What happened?
the rats.
Miss Billow,
The voice in my...
tell me...
Keep your mouth.
Do you feel compelled to obey them?
Yes.
Tell me about yourself.
Oh, I'm hungry.
Don't you remember who you are, miss?
I was strong.
What is the local news here?
Shadows.
Can I help you?
The rats.
I must go.
Do you know where you are standing right now?
In front of the Ascalon Club, I presume.
The Ascalon Club only summons or ostracizes. What is your business tonight?
I received an invitation. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Welcome to the Ascalon Club, then, Dr. Reed. Please proceed. Lord Redgrave is waiting on you upstairs.
Oh shit, something fun happened here.
There has been quite a battle here. I'm sure the Ascalon Club has
Welcome
the
to the
money
Ascalon
to replace the
Club,
furniture.
Dr. Reed.
No. God damn it.
It's locked, all right.
Good evening. We repel the intruders for now.
My good friends, if I may have your attention. Behold our visitor, the good Dr. Reed. Newborn of blood so pure and strong that even my friend Fergal Bansher was no match for him.
Here, here, here.
Come forward, young Ekon, for we have so much to discuss. Welcome to the Ascalon Club, Dr. Reed. I am Lord Redgrave, Earl of Bristol and chairman of this exclusive association.
Lord Redgrave.
At last we meet. I've been eager to make your acquaintance. I've heard some astounding things about you. Please accept my condolences for your loss, Dr. Reed.
Thank you, my lord. Lady Ashbury expressed your wish to meet me.
Yes. The lady has always been a useful acquaintance, though not always reliable. Is she a good friend of yours?
She's a close friend, and I'm honored that she feels the same about me.
The centuries have taught me never to trust a woman completely, especially if she is a mortal. Too prone to emotions, if you ask me. Too fickle when it comes to important decisions.
My lord, do not expect me to speak ill of Lady Ashbury.
Of course not, and I praise your loyalty. Would you offer the same fidelity to the Empire?
What do you mean?
I speak of the Skull Plague that threatens London and the country. You have been on the front line in the East End, but the time has come to open up a second front here.
The epidemic has escaped the quarantine. You have new cases of the outbreak.
We don't know for certain, but we cannot allow the disease to threaten the prominent heads of Great Britain.
Why do you suddenly need me?
The Ascalon Club only recruits the best, and you definitely fit the bill. Your scientific and medical reputation alone would qualify you as a candidate.
You want me to find possible sources of the outbreak in the West End. Is that it?
Ah, straight to the point, like all eager newborns. We shall have time to talk about all this, Dr. Reed, but first, I should like to get to know you better.
Talk? Is that the only reason you asked me here?
Well, no. I also wanted to meet the intriguing Ekon, who made such a powerful progeny of his sister. You have not learned the name of your maker, am I correct?
No, I haven't.
Have no embarrassment, Dr. Reed. We all make mistakes. But whatever your lineage, you are definitely Ascalon material.
What do you mean?
I would like you to become a member of the Ascalon Club, and to serve me as such.
Before I accept, I have so many questions.
Please ask.
What does it mean to be a member of the Ascalon Club?
It means that you swear to protect the interests of the Crown. that you become a loyal servant of the British Empire.
Do you have any official recognition from the government? A charter from His Majesty the King?
No. Of course, the Ascalon Club publicly supports the Empire, but the true nature of its members remains a secret.
Am I supposed to follow orders?
As founder and chairman of the club, I alone am entitled to make demands of our members. And I do appreciate obedience.
I don't like that.
What is the Ascalon Club's express purpose?
We follow the credo of William Marshall, the greatest knight who ever lived. As was he, we are sworn to protect the British Empire.
What does Ascalon mean?
Ascalon was the lance wielded by St. George, glorious patron saint of England when he slew the dragon. And like that lance, we pierce the hearts of all our nation's enemies.
William Marshall founded the Ascalon Club.
Not exactly. William Marshall granted me immortality, and I founded the club a few years later. The good knight has been gone for so long.
I killed Fergal, who claimed to be one of yours, sent to cleanse the East End of all Skulls. Will his death be an issue?
Do not worry. My priorities have changed. Fergal was a zealous servant of mine, but like any servant, he had his limitations and is readily replaced if necessary.
Cool.
I agree to join the club.
This is good news. Good news indeed in these crucial times. Let's inform the Assembly formally and proceed with your initiation.
My initiation?
Fear not. Nothing fancy nor dangerous. It is just that we, the members of Ascalon, believe that tradition and custom are the backbone of this country.
No, okay.
My fellow members, dear friends, please gather and welcome this Ekon as one of our own.
Is he worthy? Is his blood pure?
Well, speak, Dr. Reed, in front of the most sacred blood. The blood of our beloved William Marshall, speak now. Will you serve and protect the crown as he did?
Yes, I will.
Then, young Ekon, it is time to testify with your blood. It is time to sign the Book of Allegiance. I know it's awfully gothic and a tad pedantic, but England's traditions are the backbone of our nation.
Ow. Ew, what the fuck, dude?
Delightful.
I don't think we should be friends. I regret this.
Take your place among the bearers of the lance.
One of us! One of us!
That
You have the makings.
I was.
So why did you...
Straight to the...
I'm listening.
According to my spies, you have worked with Dr. Edgar Swansea on the epidemic, and your findings were quite alarming.
Do you know Edgar Swansea?
Not personally, but I've been told he has some sort of immortal fetish and is a good friend of yours.
Does it bother you that I consider him my good friend?
As long as you reveal nothing of the club's inner workings, why should I forbid you engaging in conversation with the good Dr. Swansea?
You are spying on me.
Not personally. I rarely leave.
You do know I...
Yes.
Will you bear ill will to...
Of course not. Your victory...
Who was Fergal? I don't see him sipping tea with the others in the club.
Fergal Banshire was my squire of sorts. Even before becoming that magnificent beast, he was a brute. He served me well for decades.
No, I mean, what was he? He was clearly no ordinary vampire.
No, he was a Volcod. All muscles and instinct. Quite the rare breed. Ferociously territorial. Mortals often mistake them for werewolves.
Yes, I'm convinced the recent invasion of frenzied Scals in London is directly linked to the epidemic. This is not the Spanish flu, but something else.
I would be glad to hear more of your discoveries, Dr. Reed, but for now, my main concern is the security.
What do you mean?
Alarmed by the epidemic, the Guard of Priwen has started a war against us Brit.
I have met peaceful and wise Scals. To exterminate them means we are no better than vampire hunters. So, what do you want me to do?
I want you to investigate the city thoroughly. I have reason to fear there are cases of contagion in this part of town. Our absolute priority is to find and cleanse them.
And how would you like me to proceed?
By all means necessary, Dr. Reed. You are now a member of the Ascalon Club and you have carte blanche. Interrogate the locals, follow all the leads you find, and get results.
Do it?
Good evening, Dr. Reed. How does it feel to be this evening's centerpiece, figuratively?
It's quite unsettling. As a doctor, I am more used to being the observer than the subject observed.
Do not be alarmed. The Ascalon Club has a tried and tested policy for choosing its initiates.
May I ask who you are, sir?
Why would you be interested?
Well, as you seem to be the only man in the room with a beating heart, you draw quite a bit of attention yourself.
Ah, vampire senses never cease to fascinate me. They dwarf those of mere mortals.
Are you...
Yes,
Are you...
personally.
What can you...
It's not...
Are you not a...
Sir,
So you...
I have...
Is...
My di...
What can...
I would...
Mr. Dawson,
A withering...
are you sick, Mr...
My case is...
I'm sorry...
Absolutely... I should... No. But then...
What is the situation?
I am...
Money...
You're right.
What is your...
Quarantine and barrack...
By doing so, you would create two separate ghettos. What if the disease gets past the wall? The results would be disastrous.
Not if we eliminate all suspected cases of infection as soon as they appear. A necessary sacrifice.
Are you not mistaking sacrifice for summary execution?
Why do you care? Are you not a vampire? Removed from all mortal concerns? Decisiveness is what the city needs, and it needs it now.
Okay. But first, I gotta loot. Gold dagger.
Good evening, Avery.
Mr. Jonathan? I can't believe my own eyes. Oh, it's a miracle. We all thought you were... Oh, sir, your poor sister. What a
I know, Avery. I know about my sister's murder. How is my mother?
Not well, I'm afraid, sir. Miss Reed is very fragile since the police brought her back home.
The police? What happened?
Miss Reed was found walking in the streets. She kept saying she had spoken with her son and daughter. She's resting now.
Do you need med...
Thank you.
How is
Not
the police?
Miss Reed.
But
I'm afraid
has she... What is the...
For a time, the West End seemed spared by the...
Have you no
Your father managed to get...
I'm sorry I could not be here.
Your mother was strong.
To be present at the funeral with you both was...
I would not dare to question your...
Tell me the truth, Avery. Do you feel forced to stay here? Would you leave this house without the arrangement made by my father?
No, sir. I have nowhere else to go. And I promised your father I'd take care of his family as long as I live.
This house is dead, Avery. There is a curse on this family.
If only...
You have served this family extremely well, Avery. Your support during these terrible times is much appreciated.
Then I will stay. All I ask is that you take care of my own funeral if I die before the end of the epidemic. No mass grave, please, sir.
Do you really think I don't take enough care of my mother, Avery?
Yes, I do, Mr. Jonathan.
You clearly have something more to say. Speak your mind, Avery.
I know you work hard to help the sick, but what will you do once the epidemic is over?
My home is here, and I have nowhere else to go. But this house will need some improvements if I move here. Some radical changes.
That's good news. Whatever changes you have in mind, I'm sure we will find an arrangement that suits your mother also.
I'm currently investigating sources of the epidemic and...
Not really, except all the MacPhersons' servants.
The MacPhersons?
I think it's a rich...
Goodbye.
Of course.
See it for myself? Okay. What a big house. Oh.
Aubrey, I'm not sure visiting Italy is a good idea this time of the year.
Mother, good evening.
Jonathan! Is it you? Where have you been, my prodigal son?
I'm right here, Mother. I'm finally home.
Yes, for this son of mine was dead and is alive again. He was lost and now found.
Mary? She is gone.
I know she's gone. The question is, when will she return as you have? I miss my grandson so much. It's been days since their last visit.
Tell me, Mother, how are you? All alone in this big house with only Avery to take care...
I'm sad most of the time. Sad that you have left me here alone.
I'm so sorry, Mother. It wasn't supposed to be like this. I was coming home.
What happened, Johnny?
I was attacked, Mother. And I've not been the same since.
The important thing is that you finally returned home. I was worried you...
Mother?
Not really.
What do you mean? You...
Of course not.
Have you returned to...
I never wanted...
It was just a bad dream.
A nightmare, yes. Mary was so angry. I walked back home alone. If that kind policeman had not called Avery from the station, I don't know what would have happened.
Do you need anything?
I just want you to...
I'll stay as...
Just one thing. Stop staring at me like that. As much as I love you, it Breaks my heart to look at those empty and dead eyes.
No, thanks, Mom.
Are you working on a new painting?
Not-
I recently met a talented painter with an excellent technique. I wish you two could meet. I'm sure you'd like her.
I'd be glad to meet her. What is her name? Is she famous? Is she dead too?
She's not famous.
Do you know
and
I'm a
her name
vampire?
is of no importance. And yes,
Okay.
she's also dead.
The important thing is, I hope you two get along. If she ever fancies meeting your mother, I'd be glad to welcome her into my home.
Do you think Avery is right? Do you think I should take better care of you?
I don't blame you, but you abandoned me, son. A mother should not survive her children. It's unbearable to know you're not here anymore.
I know I have failed you since I returned. I even watched you bury Mary from a distance. From now on, I will protect you. You have my word.
You don't have to apologize to me, Johnny. Do you think I did not notice how much you have changed?
Have I changed that much, Mother? Am I still your son?
You are still, and you'll always be. Despite your pale skin, your bloody eyes, and that echoing sadness in your voice.
Why do you say Mary is visiting you, Mother? You know that's impossible.
Why should it be? Are you not standing in front of me right now? Why should it be any different with your sister?
But Mary really is dead.
Yes. And are you not dead too?
But I'm not dead, Mother. I'm really here, talking to you, trying not to cry.
Oh, it breaks my heart to have to tell you this. But of course you're dead, my darling boy. Just look at you, as pale as my Mary.
Do you need
I'm all right.
Goodbye, Mother.
Goodbye, sir.
Oh, she's just thinking I'm a ghost. Awesome.
Hello again.
Jonathan.
Goodbye, Mother.
Goodbye, sir.
It's locked. I remember Sunday walks in the park. This woman's body has multiple lacerations. They're deep, too. Whoever did this was driven by rage.
Just blood sample.
He had his tongue removed and his eyes gouged out. He was a victim of brutal torture. This one's neck is broken. He was young. Probably the son.
Oh, hello.
You thought I was dead too, didn't you? No, I was just pretending. Doris told me I could have been a great actress.
You killed your family.
They mocked my talent.
I've never seen such a radical mutation. Could it be a new stage in the disease's evolution?
Maybe.
So, this girl took lessons at the famous Doris Fletcher acting school. That building is under quarantine. Could this be what I'm looking for?
Oh, fuck! Ooh! Marker shotgun. Ooh. fuck? Oh fuck! Oh fuck!
So the husband had an affair with Doris Fletcher.
Hmm.
Doris Fletcher seems to be the missing link here. It can't just be a coincidence. I should go to her acting school.
Steal money from my friends.
It's locked.
Good evening, Jonathan. How are you?
I'm still investigating from inside the Ascalon Club. Can we talk?
Of course, my dear.
I have investigated new sources of infection, and I may have found a new type of skull. One suffering from heavy mutations that is extremely contagious.
Scowls come in various forms, you know. They are simply degenerate versions of their makers.
I believe these families are different, and I'm currently pursuing a lead.
That would be great news. Be very careful, my dear, when dealing with such creatures.
How is your
I have decided...
What do you mean?
You may on occasion find this house closed when you visit me. If so, it is because I have gone undercover.
When will you...
As soon as possible.
Who are...
No. I intend to ask a few questions in parts of town I rarely venture into. Dirty places where a delicate lady like myself should never be seen.
There are many paintings adorning the walls here.
Yes?
Did you paint them?
No, my dear. But some of them.
Have you met any famous?
Are you trying to divine my age by cross-checking historical dates, my dear?
Yeah.
That's a devious parlor trick.
Well, Elizabeth, I tried my best. Don't I deserve some reward at least?
Well, if you must know, I even posed for the greats. Now that you know it, you may recognize me when visiting museums.
Ooh.
What is this masterpiece?
Your portrait, my dear Jonathan. It will be my gift to you, if I ever have time to finish it.
Time you have.
Goodbye, my dear.
Goodbye.
But
Yeah,
Goodbye, my dear.
goodbye.
well, there you are.
Hello, Jonathan. How are things?
Complicated, my friend. The rich and powerful feel threatened by the disease and have asked me to put an end to it.
Yes. It is odd how resolving a crisis suddenly...
Do you know Aloysius?
No, I did not. But
Did he contact the Brotherhood of St. Paul? Try to join your group?
it would not surprise...
But Aloysius...
Yes, rich...
It looks like the epidemic is spreading to the...
It won't be an easy task.
Since the...
I admire your...
Do you not think
If anyone can perform...
Does the Brotherhood of St. Paul know anything about...
I'm afraid that's unlikely. Ascalon is a sensitive topic, and whatever material the Brotherhood has, I may not have access to.
Who could answer me then?
Usher Talltree, our current primate, may be the only one able to answer.
Thank you for your...
Can I...
Thank you.
Fuck you.
Are you all right, sir? What are you doing in a place like this?
I'm not sure that's any of your business.
I'm not afraid of these guards. I wasn't specifically
They took my boy!
I see. But as I said, you're...
Well, this part of town you...
Are you...
Young man...
There is a name engraved under the blood on the back of the case. Jack Gillingham. Maybe I should return this watch to his family. Are you sure you'll be...
Young man...
Good evening. What? Inebriation.
I already...
Is it true Sean Hampton saved your...
Yeah. A sad saint.
Were you thankful for what he did?
Sean Hampton really acted like a saint that day.
Do you have any...
I still sleep up.
Are you... Good...
Welcome back.
Why does your waitress feel in danger working on the docks?
This part of town is dangerous for all, but for women it's worse, as always. Sabrina is a brave girl, but she can't help feeling in danger.
Do you think she has good reason to feel this way?
Of course I am. The truth is, she's tougher than me.
Do you need...
I'm all right.
Have you got any...
It's still there.
Are you
It may surprise...
I wish I shared...
It's not
Tell me about your arrest for attempted murder, Tom.
I tried to kill someone. I got arrested. I paid my debt and I have nothing to hide.
Do you think...
Oh, I don't know about it.
But do you feel...
All I know is that I'm a...
So you mean you're...
Yeah, why do you think this...
Why not leave town?
I grew up in the...
Don't you feel...
I've made peace with...
Do you think the docs...
As long as poverty...
You attempted murder. Give me some detail.
I was given an order. An order...
So you were...
I don't know if you can possibly...
Why couldn't you shoot?
My target was eating in that fancy restaurant.
You refused to kill him because you wanted to feel some of that happiness yourself. You empathized with him.
Exactly. The man was a bloody landlord who rented overpriced flats. A selfish bastard. But he made me smile. And I was no different from him.
Why did you join the gang?
Because I finally felt used...
Goodbye.
Nope.
Good evening.
What clients? What with the epidemic, no one dares go outside.
You still working at this app?
Were you aware of Tom's past incarceration?
That's the first thing he told me when he offered me the job. He didn't want me hearing about his past from anyone else. Not really.
Most people would...
Not me.
Have you heard it?
I was told he caught a...
Are you...
Of course I am.
Tell me, Sabrina, do you really...
He proves it to me every day.
And you don't think he might fall back?
We can all do terrible things.
True.
Do you require...
I'm fine, sir.
Goodbye.
Yeah, hello.
Good evening.
Rest assured, I will... None taken, sir.
Young man.
I'm perfectly...
Let me be...
Who then?
I meant no...
And what should...
What?
Not real.
How...
Jack!
Tell me. Have you heard it?
He keeps investing...
Are you feeling...
This city...
Why not try?
There's always...
There is no shame in...
I don't feel okay with...
Goodbye.
Oh shit. The hell? Um...
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Jonathan.
I already took...
I'm sorry.
Don't tease me like that.
I think I should come in, miss. I'd like to check if everything is okay, what with the epidemic spreading across London.
An epidemic, you say? How terrible.
It's locked.
So, Dr. Tippett, what brings you back here? I heard whispers you had a job at that fancy hospital.
I told you my name is Jonathan Reed. Don't you remember?
Of course I do. I remember my name too.
What can you...
Oh,
Who are... Is...
my son.
Do you recall...
I'm glad.
I'll try my best. Here, take this. And please, try to get some rest.
Thank you, Doctor.
Have you heard...
I've never...
Are you...
Too much...
Enid, have you really no idea...
I've not seen...
Jack takes good care of you, Miss Gillingham.
He does indeed. My Jack is the best son a mother could ask for.
I found this watch. It was a gift from you to your boy, wasn't it? I think it should return to you now.
Oh, I remember. Yes, I recall the day I offered Jack this watch. Oh.
Trinkets and possessions help us remember our past. Promise me you'll...
I would never lose anything that belonged to Jack.
Enid...
I've not seen
Jack takes...
He doesn't...
Goodbye.